Good evening and welcome to Wellington High School, the home of the Wellington Wolverines. Today the Wolverines host the Thunderwolves from the Oxbridge Academy. Before we introduce the team, let's meet tonight's umpires. In the field we have Kern Stump, and behind the plate we have Charles Leone. First introducing the visiting Thunderwolves. First the reserves. Number 5, Isabella Laforte. Number 6, Isabella Pinby. And now the starting lineup. Leading off and playing center field, number 9, Ella Bianco. Batting second and playing shortstop, number 2, Kaya Glucksman. Batting third and playing first base, number 18, Taylor Prisky. Batting fourth and in the circle, number 3, Abby Vital. Batting fifth and playing second base, number 12, Riley Frontfelter. Batting sixth and catching, number 24, Riley Lyons. Batting seventh and playing right field, number 1, Gianna Carducci. Batting eighth and playing third base, number 25, Hadley Casala. Batting ninth and playing left field, number 10, Isla Trueblood. The Thunderwolves are coached by Kevin Drake and assisted by Ashley Drawdy and Edward Bianco. And now, your Wellington Wolverines. First, the reserve. Number 1, Molly Smith. Number 4, Brianna Casey. Number 5, Haley Hurt. Number 8, Jess Bear. Number 9, Sam Ellis. Number 10, Gabby De Los Reyes. Number 11, Gabby D'Arcangelo. Number 15, Cameron Vicker. And number 16, Sam Griffin. And now the starting lineup. Leading off and playing right field, the senior, number 18, Tori Payne. Batting second as a designated player, the senior, number 12, Kaylee Lyle. Batting third and playing first base, the junior, number 99, Catalina Baranci. Batting fourth and behind the plate, the junior, number 33, Angelina Baranci. Batting fifth and playing second base, the senior, number 17, Aaron Lowe. Batting sixth and playing left field, the sophomore, number 7, Yanira Andrade. Batting seventh and playing center field, the junior, number 13, Jasmine Jones. Batting eighth and playing third base, the junior, number 2, Fiona Gannon. Batting ninth and playing shortstop, the junior, number 3, Maddie Touche. And in the flex position and in the circle tonight, the freshman, number 14, Grace Van Dyke. The head coach is Mark Moretti and is assisted by Jackie Humphrey and Bob Smith.
All right, ready to start things off here. First one coming to the plate, Ella Bianco for the Oxbridge Thunderwolves. And first pitch gets batted, foul for 0-1. Next one misses high inside for 1-1. Working the circle, the freshman, Grace Van Dyke. Next delivery, it's going to get batted foul. Once again, now Grace up on the batter by a count of 1 ball, 2 strikes. Your Wolverines defensively, Angelina Bronce catching. Catalina Bronce at first, Aaron Lowe at second. That's short, Maddie Touche, and Fiona Gannon at third. Next one, swung on a miss, dropped. Not going to get tossed on over to first base for the first out. Your outfield, Yanira Andrade, left field. Jasmine Jones in center field, and Tori Payne in right field. And the first pitch delivered to the batter, Glucksman, in there for strike number 1. All right, the count now, no ball, 2 strikes. And now it's going to get hit on over to third base. Third base fires across. And there's your second out. So nice job there by Fiona to grab that one.
Now that is number 18, Taylor Christie.
Next pitch coming. Swung and missed for strike 1 on the batter, number 18, Prisky. Next pitch coming. Swung and missed for strike 2. So Grace up on the batter by a count of 0-2. Opportunity to work the zone here. And there's a 3-pitch strikeout. All right, so 3 up, 3 down for the Thunderwolves. Here come your Wolverines for their first at-bats.
Senior number 18, Tori Payne.
So leading things off here is going to be Tori Payne. Shows bunt, pulls back for ball 1. Aubrey Vital, the pitcher, working the circle for the Thunderwolves. Grabs the outside part of the zone there for 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. One goes high. 2 balls, 1 strike. The catcher, Riley Lyons, goes out to talk to her pitcher. And that was actually, all right, we were on a 3-1 count. Sorry about that.
Now batting the senior, number 12, Kaylee Ryan.
All right, so the walk, the result there of Tori's at bat. So now the Wolverines have their leadoff batter on the base paths. Brings up to bat now Kaylee Riles.
Hey, be patient, gotta love it.
If you look there at first base in the bottom right corner of your screen, and the batter taking up the majority of your screen. Kaylee watches that one for ball number 2. Third pitch of the at-bat goes well wide. And now, all things in favor here of Kaylee on a 3-0 count. And the ball inside, and a 4-pitch walk, and the first 2 batters now have reached base.
Junior, number 99, Catalina Bronson.
Where's Catalina Barance to the plate? First baseman. And coach comes out to talk to the team. Coach Moretti heads over as well to talk to Coach Jackie. Discuss some strategy over there at first base. Coach Bob over there talking to the base runners. And umpire looks like he's ready to get things moving again. All right, so no changes. Abby stays in, as would be expected. Just 2 batters. Sometimes it takes pitchers a few to get dialed in, but the Wolverines going to try to take advantage here of the first 2 batters reaching base. And the first one gets batted straight back for 0-1 on, again, your Wolverine at the plate, Catalina Barance. This pitch there goes to 1-1. One swung on and missed the rise ball for 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Catalina going to need to protect the plate, defend the plate, pick your poison. And a nice hold there moves the count to 2-2. And 2-2 goes high. Now full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 2 runners on, no outs. And that's going to miss high outside for ball 4. And now bases are loaded. No outs.
Number 33, Angelina Barance.
Brings Angelina to the plate now. First pitch going to be outside for 1-0. And the 1-0 gets fouled to, no, stayed fair. Stayed fair, just on the line. And that's allowed number of runners now to advance. The overthrow coming home makes its way to the backstop. And with that, 2 runs come across for your Wolverines. So a ball that just landed fair of the first base line allows the Wolverines to advance and put the first two runs up on the board.
Now batting the senior, number 17, Aaron Lowe.
And courtesy for the catcher. So now runners at second and third with no outs. And the first pitch to Aaron Lowe in there for strike one. Next ball swung on and missed for strike two. All right, no balls, 2 strikes here for Aaron. Couple RBIs out there. Should get one up in the outfield. And, ooh, hot shot to third. And the out at home plate.
Why?
As the ball comes home. So prevents the run from going across, but with that, Aaron able to make it on over to first, and now runners at the corners with just 1 out. bunt shown, and with the throw to second, and she's able to slide around that tag. Nice throw back from second base. Made a close play on what would have kind of been the giveaway. And now another run comes across. And Aaron over at second base. And that pitch to your batter, Yanira Andrade, puts her into a count of 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes for Yanira. And that ball going to miss high. All right, 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's going to go wide, outside, and now full count. And the full pitch comes inside, gets batted into the air, and the ball lands foul.
1 out, E.
Looks like Aaron thought that there were 2 outs. She was running on the pop fly. Could have gotten doubled off had that ball being caught, whether it's fair or foul territory. Luckily lands harmlessly. And we stay here with a full count, 1 out for Yanira. And that's going to miss for ball 4. All right, runners at 1 and 2 now.
Number 13, Jasmine Jones.
All right, Jasmine Jones now coming to bat. 1 out, runners at first and second. And the first pitch for her at bat in there for strike 1. Strike 2. So we've seen our Wolverines battle back from 2 strike counts. Hey, only takes 1. Let's see what Jasmine can find here as that one misses high and outside for 1 and 2. The 1-2 high outside again for 2 and 2. Two comes inside for strike 3.
Now batting the junior, number 2, Fiona Gannon.
2 outs. And first delivery in there for strike 1. Seeing a pattern here, first pitch seems to be the best pitch. Seen a lot of those strikes come right down. Got to drive it. And there's a swinging strike 2. And now quickly in the hole once again is your Wolverine. 0-2 the count here for Fiona Gannon. See if she can find one she likes. And a 3-pitch strikeout there for Fiona. Ends the inning, but not before the Wolverines able to put up a crooked number. We move to the top of the second with a score of 3-0. All Wellington so far. All right, we start the second inning. Wolverines up by a score of 3-0 over Oxbridge. Leading things off. It's going to be Abby Vital, the pitcher. And first pitch from Grace misses high outside for ball 1. Grace just on 11 pitches. Nice first inning, looking to build on that. And the next one gets batted high into the air in foul territory by first base. And that gets caught for out number 1. Kaylee Riles over at first base to catch that one.
Now batting number 12, Riley Franco.
All right, now up to bat, Riley Fraunfelter for Oxbridge. And her first pitch gets hit over to short. Shortstop calls it. Maddie catches it. And 2 outs.
Now batting number 24, Riley Lyons.
All right, Riley Lyons now coming for the Thunderwolves to the plate. First pitch gets hit on over into right field, where that is caught by Tori Payne. And a 4-pitch inning. How about that? Very efficient work by Grace Van Dyke and the defense. We're going to move into the bottom of the second, see the Wolverines can put a few more runs up on the board, already up by a score of 3-0.
Now batting junior number 3, Maddie Touche.
Maddie Touche, your shortstop, comes to the plate now for her first at bat of the game. And first pitch swung on and missed for strike 1. A 1 pitch. Gonna miss. Well, no, called outside. All right, no balls, 2 strikes. And the 0-2 sails high for 1 and 2. And swing and a miss for strike 3.
Now batting the senior number 18, Tori Payne.
Brings Tori Payne now to the plate. With just 1 out. And Tori's going to foul the first one to the top of the backstop for 0-1. One shows bunt, pulls back for 1-1. Here comes the 1-1. That's going to get hit high into the air over towards second base. Second baseman calls it, catches it for out number 2.
Senior number 12, Kaylee Riles.
Race Kaylee Riles now up to bat. Watch the first pitch outside for 1-0. Nice hold there. And inside pitch called for a strike for 1-1. One goes outside again. This time gets the call. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the 1-2 gets hit high into the air, but out of play on the first base side. stay alive at 1 and 2. The 1-2 gets hit on over to short. Shortstop picks it up, fires to first, but Kaylee able to outrun that throw. Nice job, nice speed there by Kaylee. Gets her onto the base paths with 2 outs.
Now batting the junior, number 99, Catalina Varsity.
First pitch to Catalina gets fouled, out of play for strike 1. And second one fouled straight back for now 0 and 2. Two outside for 1 and 2. One two gets hit over into left field, but foul. Count remains 1 and 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Wolverines up by 3. And there's a swinging strike 3. And that's going to round out the inning. So no runs come across. Wolverines strand 1 on the base paths. We move now into the top of the 3rd inning. It's your Wolverines 3, the Oxbridge Academy Thunderwolves 0. Top of the 3rd inning, Gianna Tarducci to lead things off here. And the first pitch delivered from Grace Van Dyke in there for strike 1. And next pitch, swung and a miss for strike 2. You want to talk about the efficiency so far of your Wolverines defensively. Grace is only on 16 pitches versus the pitcher for the other team on 51 pitches. That one just misses high for 1 and 2.
Feels like we're at the Panther Stadium throwing stats out.
All right, 1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
Somebody tell them that shit to do.
And that one's going to get hit foul. One ball, 2 strikes.
Horses in the sunset.
All right, 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs.
We got 3 comedians sitting at the table. Nice
And there's strike 3. Nice way to expand the zone. Grace grabbing the high strike right there to put Tarducci down.
Now batting number 25, Hadley Cressler.
All right, Kreslak the batter, number 25. And Grace delivers strike 1. Next delivery is going to get popped into the air. And it looks like, ooh, came off the top of the backstop and almost ricocheted
Hey, make sure you protect
into the
us.
booth. back here. A little bit of excitement. All right, count out. No balls, 2 strikes. So Grace well ahead here, 0-2.
Hey, I got you a treat.
Aren't you sweet?
Yeah, I kept it for you.
The 0-2 swung on and missed for strike 3. All right, so 2 outs now.
Now batting number 10, Isla Trueblood.
All right, Isla Trueblood now the batter. And nice little pitch there. Grabs the outside part of the zone. Nice frame. Gets strike 1. Next pitch gets bunted, but foul up third base. Fiona over there at third picks up that foul ball, tosses it on over to Grace. Now count 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. There's a swinging strike 3. All right, another efficient half inning there for your Wolverines. We move down to the bottom part of the 3rd inning. Still a score of 3-0. Bottom of 3rd, Angelina Baranci leading things off here for your Wolverines, up by a score of 3-0.
I was watching the umpire, not watching him.
And first delivery inside for ball 1. And the outside pitch called for a strike, moves the count to 1-1. And the 1-1 hit into right field. Right fielder calls it, grabs it, and puts Angelina down for out number 1.
Now batting the senior, number 17, Aaron Lowe.
All right, so here comes Aaron for her at bat.
I tried to figure out, could I make it to market back? And I was like, there's no way.
First pitch to Aaron, low outside for ball 1. Abby Vital still working the circle, 56 pitches. There's 57 called for a strike, moves the count to 1 ball, 1 strike. One low inside for 2-1. And the 2-1 gets popped behind the backstop and comes off the backstop.
That's the one that ricocheted.
You're going to stay alive now. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, he's now looking at the phone, bounce in there. That's when you got to jump in front of him. I'll get you. Can't get anything here. Sort of plexiglass in front of him.
2-2 goes high. Now full count of 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. And the 3-2 going to find its way right up the middle. And a nice base hit there by Aaron. And with 1 out, your Wolverines have a runner at first base.
Now batting the sophomore, number 7, Naira Andrade.
Brings Naira to bat. And that pitch going to be batted out of play for 0-1. All right, we'll keep eyes there on Erin over at first. And she is going to get caught trying to steal second base for out number 2. And that pitch going to get hit high into the air. And foul territory, comes off of the first baseman's glove. And a lucky break there for the Wolverines. That ball was in the glove and out of the glove. Prisky at first, not able to hold on to that one. Allows Yanira to come back to bat. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that's going to miss high outside. And the count now, 3 balls, 2 strikes. And 3-2 called for strike 3 on the inside strike. So we move now into the top of the 4th inning. Wolverines still up by a score of 3-0 in another close game. Coming to you from Wellington Wolverines Stadium. Ella Bianco now comes to the plate for the Thunderwolves. And the very first pitch gets fouled for strike 1. And there's strike 2. Looking to slap, holds back, but that ball comes right across that plate. 0-2. Grace well ahead here. And there is a ball that's hit over to second base. Nice job being called by Erin. Grabs it for out number 1.
Now batting number 2, Kaya Glucksman.
All right, Kaya Glucksman now the batter. And the first pitch to Kaya's at bat just misses outside for 1-0. Glucksman 0 for 1 in the game today. Grace so far having delivered 29 pitches. Here comes pitch 30. Yeah, it's going to miss high inside. Count moves down to 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. And that's going to get hit over to the left side, now to play. 2-1. Once again, out of play along the left side. And now count goes to 2-2. So all even, 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out. We're in the top of the 4th inning. And once again, seeing a little bit of a pattern here. Nice pitches, all of them, by Grace, getting the batter, Glucksman, to swing. And that one gets hit on over to short. Shortstop fields it, throws to first. And with the throw from Maddie to Kylie, out number 2.
Haley.
Oh, Kaylee, sorry.
It starts with the K.
How about it, number 18, Taylor Pisky?
No, I'm gonna miss you.
I like to change it up, you know. I keep saying her name regular way.
It's that Bob Euchre
It's
stuff.
the first time you've said her name all season, but that's all right. I got it.
Pretty say you're good.
I pitch delivered in there for strike number 1
Who gives a shit?
to the batter, Prisky.
Okay. You gotta give it to who gives a shit? Nobody's listening anyways.
Next pitch in there for strike 2. All right, 2 strikes, no balls. Here's a swing, strike 3. All right, so 3 outs there, no damage. We move into the bottom of the 4th inning. Wolverines up 3-0 over Oxbridge Academy. Bottom of the 4th inning, your Wolverines up by a score of 3-0 over the Thunderwolves of Oxbridge Academy. Leading things off, going to be Jasmine Jones for Wellington. Jasmine shows bunt and pulls back for one ball, no strikes.
I thought she was getting motivated by some Jordan Davis. Jordan Davis.
And there is the bunt. Put on the ball. You count now 1-1. One ball, 1 strike for Jasmine. And that one is going to get batted into the air, into center field. Caught. And the first out made there by Ella Bianco in center field for the Thunderwolves.
Now batting number 2, Fiona Gannon.
Brings Fiona Gannon to the plate, third baseman. Here's a swing and a miss for strike 1. Here comes the next pitch. That's going to get batted out of play. Now Fiona down on the count, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Just got under that one. See if she can get one centered on the ball. And she does. There it is. Oh, center fielder lays out. That allows the ball to get onto the fence. And she's going to head on over to second base. And there you go. Nice hit by Fiona. A double. Puts a runner in scoring position for your Wolverines with just 1 out.
Now batting shortstop, number 3, Maddie Couchet.
So Maddie's going to come on up here with an opportunity for an RBI.
Put Hank on for us. Let a big Hank guy.
We're listening to like some more ballers. You do you, bro.
And first pitch delivered goes out of play for strike 1. Bunt laid down, nice bunt. Right up first baseline, moves the runner on over to third. And 60 feet away now with 2 outs is Fiona.
Now batting the senior, number 18, Tori Payne.
Flip the lineup here. Tori Payne now comes up to bat. Tori, base on balls. First at bat. Flied out, second at bat. Looking for an RBI here. If she can get Fiona cross. And that's going to get hit over to short. Shortstop picks it up. Throws across for out number 3. Wolverines strand 1 on the bases. No change in the score. Move to the 5th inning. Still the Wolverines up by a score of 3-0. We start the 5th inning with the pitcher, Abby Vital, leading off for Oxbridge. Thunderwolves down by a score of 3-0 to our Wolverines. And the first pitch gets batted high into the air. Caught by the catcher for out number 1. So Angelina manages to grab that one. And on one pitch, 1 out.
Now batting number 12, Riley Fraunfelter.
And first pitch to the batter, Fraunfelter, hit foul of third base for strike number 1. Next pitch called for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. One delivery. That's going to get hit on over to short. Maddie picks it up, scoops it, fires. And a nice cannon arm right there to grab out number 2.
Now batting number 24, Riley Lyons.
All right, defensively, your Wolverines for this inning. Angelina catching. Kaylee Riles over at first base. Aaron Lowe at second. Maddie Touche at short. We just saw make that play. Fiona Gannon at third. And the first delivery to Riley Lyons misses for ball 1. Your outfield, Brianna Casey in left field. Jasmine Jones in center. Tori Payne in right field. There's a swing and a miss. Count now 1-1. One just misses low for 2 balls, 1 strike. That one's going to get batted out of play. Where's the count? All even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the 2-2 gets hit high into the air to center field. Under it is Jasmine. And that's 3 outs. So we're going to go ahead and move on into the bottom of the 5th inning. Score remains your Wellington Wolverines 3, Oxbridge Academy Thunderwolves 0. Leading things off here in the bottom of the 5th is going to be Kaylee Riles. Seen her holding down first base here. And the first pitch fouled to the backstop for 0-1.
Stay on top.
Abby Vital having delivered 79 pitches. Here comes pitch 80. This is inside. And the count now 1-1. That one's going to get popped deep into left field. Just one hops the fence or comes off the fence, ricochets back. And Kaylee's on for a double. Nice start there to the bottom of the 5th inning on that solid shot to left field by Kaylee Riles. That's going to bring to bat here in a moment Catalina Barance. After adjustment in the play calling system, it looks like they got one of those electronic systems to call in the pitches. So these communication devices are something we're seeing more and more, not usually at the high school level, usually more of a college level thing, but Oxbridge, not in their budget apparently. You don't see that so much in the public schools. So Catalina, the batter here, count 0-1. And lays down a bunt. And unable to outrun the play on the field, but able to advance the base runner over to third.
Now batting the junior number 33, Angelina Bronson.
Puts one out on the board, but runner at third now. Kaylee looking for an opportunity to come on home plate. And Angelina going to be the one to try to do that. Takes the first pitch, fouls it to the backstop for 0-1. Pitch misses for 1-1 count. It's going to go outside. Count now 2-1. Gets socked deep into right field. That's going to make its way on one bounce to the fence. And with an RBI double hit by Angelina, the Wolverines move the score to 4-0.
Now batting the senior number 17, Aaron Lowe.
Working on a weekend like usual.
Now running for your Wolverines, number 9, Sam Ellis.
Changing the lineup.
Hadn't done my taxes, I'm too turned up. Virgil got a paddock on my wrist going nuts. Caught me slipping once, okay, so what?
I'm sorry, we've got a Aaron Lowe's going to be up at bat. It's Samantha Ellis in to run at second base. First pitch hit just behind first base in foul territory and grabbed for the out. All right, so 2 outs brings Brianna Casey up to the plate.
Now batting senior number 4, Brianna Casey.
Get sleepy off no melatonin. My therapist put in a 30-day notice because I keep on talking about business and money and women. There's no diagnosis. They need to do it. Sweating out and I came every loaded. I'm just so happy that who with me, they gotta finally
First pitch, high in the zone for strike one. Next delivery outside. Now count 1 ball, 1 strike. And that one's going to get hammered into right center. Right fielder calls it, tracks it down. The catch there made by Gianna Tarducci makes out number 3. But the Wolverines able to bring 1 run across on the hit into deep right field there by Angelina. Allows the score to move on now to your Wolverines up by a score of 4-0 over Oxbridge Academy. Top of the 6th inning, Wolverines up by a score of 4-0. Gianna Tarducci now coming to plate for the Thunderwolves of Oxbridge Academy. Takes the first one, hits it into the air to left field. Left fielder grabs it. And the first out made on just 1 pitch.
Now batting number 25, Hadley Cressler.
And that one gets fouled for a strike. So Brianna able to track that ball down in left field, no problem. Now Kreslak, the batter. And she's going to hit one into left field. It's going to be just fair. Nice placement on that one. She's going to head over to second. And a little bit for Oxbridge to cheer about on a double. Kreslak trying to hype her team up, down by a score of 4-0.
Now batting number 10, Isla.
With 1 out. And that the very first ball hit of the ball game for Oxbridge. Brings Trueblood now to the plate. And the pitch bounces in front of Angelina, allows the runner to advance over to third, and now the first run just 60 feet away as Oxbridge tries to get on the board, and Coach Jackie calls the timeout to come talk to the Wolverines in the circle. So Oxbridge trying to put on a little bit of offense here, down by 4 runs with the very first hit of the ball game here in the top of the 6th inning. Grace been doing a solid job in the circle. And just on 1 pitch, bounced in front of the catcher. And now the runner at third base for Oxbridge. All right, circle breaks. And we're about set for action as Trueblood comes back on a 1 ball, no strike count. Tries to bunt, doesn't pull back. Now the count, 1-1. And that misses high inside for a ball. This is the bottom of their lineup, very bottom. Isla Trueblood. I think that's why they were excited. Got that number 8 batter on base. And that one's going to get swung on and foul. And now the count 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out. And that one gets fouled away again. And we stay right here at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Angelina still catching. Kaylee over at first. Aaron at second. Maddie at short. Fiona at third base. Brianna in left. Jasmine in center. And Tori in right field. Your Wolverines. All right, full count here. Angelina calls timeout. Go talk to Grace real quick. Say, hey, we could really use this out before they flip the lineup. Take advantage of having the number 9 batter at the plate. Try to get out number 2 and not allow the run from third base to cross home. All right, Angelina comes back. Grace set for the pitch. And here comes the payoff. Misses high for ball 4. Now runners at the corners.
Now batting number 9, Ella Bianco.
All right, little hit here within the infield. Turn 2, and the inning ends without any runs coming across. As Ella Bianco, the leadoff batter for the Thunderwolves, comes to bat. Runners at the corners. Expect to see the steal here. Let's see if we can give you a look at. Oh, there's a bunt laid down. And they're going to go ahead and give up the run to grab the out. Oh no, she was safe at first. Not sure what happened there. I guess she outran it. And now the run scores. And runners at first and second. And the tying run comes up to bat.
Now batting number 2, Kaya Glucksman. Hey, buckle down, Grace.
And another bunt. This time, that one's going to be foul.
Hey, deep breath, Grace. Here we go.
And that one is going to drop right in front of the left fielder. I get by her. Oh, here comes a run. Here comes another run. And the tying run makes it to second base. And the Wolverines are now in a little bit of trouble as the score moves to 3-4 in just a 1-run ball game. After shutting out the Thunderwolves through 6 innings, the wheels are starting to come off. And the Wolverines need to refocus as they come together in the circle with the tying run now in scoring position at second base. Only 1 out. I would expect to see a bunt here to move that runner into scoring position over at third. Well, I mean, she's already in scoring position, but to move her just 60 feet away. So Wolverine should be on the lookout for that. The batter is going to be Prisky.
Grace, you got this.
She has come up to bat twice, struck out twice. Grace is going to try to make that a third time. And there is strike 1. So on course there. And now a game that has become not a gimme anymore. And there's a swinging strike 2. Prisky trying to swing for the fences there. Over swings for strike 2. All right, Grace well ahead here. Work the zone. And there's a swinging strike 3. And Prisky goes down once again on strikes. That's 3 times in a row. And a nice break there for our Wolverines. There's the second out made. And now the pitcher, Abby Vital, up to bat. Abby's got a strong bat. So let's see what happens here. Hopefully Grace pitching stronger. And there's a nice one. Nice little pitch there for strike 1. Came right inside on her. Here comes the 0-1. And that one gets ripped over to left field, but in perfect position is Brianna to make third out. But Oxbridge comes full blaze and has made this a 1-run ball game going into the inning up 4-0. We come out of this half inning, and now it's a ball game with the Wolverines up by a score of 4-3. All right, Aubrey Vital in the circle on 91 pitches. Gabby DiArcangelo, her first step out of the game. And the first pitch delivered is in there for strike 1. And there's a swinging strike 2. All right, Gabby just needs 1. She'll look for that one now. And nice way to bat that one off on the outside part. Could have gone either way, whether it was a strike or a ball, so better to knock that one foul to breathe again. All right, no balls, 2 strikes. And that one is hit hard into right field. Right fielder calls it, catches it. And Tarducci catching that in right field for out number 1 on your Wolverines.
Now batting the junior, number 2, Fiona Gannon.
So Fiona Gannon now going to give her shot with just 1 out. And that one going to miss high outside. And Fiona goes up 1-0. And that one outside now for 2-0. And the 2-0 hit over towards second base. No, center field. Center fielder gets it. And there's out number 2. So out number 1 to right field. Out number 2 to center field.
Number 10, Gabby De Los Reyes.
And a change in the lineup brings Gabby De Los Reyes up to the plate with 2 outs. First pitch to Gabby. Misses for ball 1. There's a swing and a miss. And we're at 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. And that one's going to get popped. Foul out of play. Now count 1 and 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that one is going to get popped into center field. Grabs that for out 3. So 3 hits into the outfield but no result there as they're all popped up into the air. And now Oxbridge down to their final 3 outs. Wellington's got to close it out with allowing them to score a run with just the 1-run differential here in a game with the score. Your Wellington Wolverines 4, Oxbridge Academy 3. All right.
Number 12, Wiley, Cronford.
So your Wolverines just need to grab 3 outs here. No changes in the circle. Grace Van Dyke going to take this one home. She was perfect going into the last inning. And the first ball hits and ricochets off the third baseman. And now the tying run with no outs reaches as the ball comes off of Fiona's glove and goes into foul territory. Was in fair territory. And seems like the momentum's starting to go Oxbridge's way. Wolverines got to change that. And there's a bunt that's straight up. Oh, that's a nice break. That's perfect. That's exactly what I was saying. The Wolverines need that shift of momentum. And there's a nice first out as that bunt gets fouled, and quickly closing in on it was Grace to grab it for out number 1. All right, Gianna Tarducci now comes up to bat for Oxbridge. First delivery just misses outside for ball 1. Next one sails high for 2 balls, no strikes. Tying run over at first base, the go-ahead run for Oxbridge at the plate. 1 out. Wolverines trying to close this out. There we go, strike 2. All right, or strike 1.
Let's go, 14. You got this.
A little wishful thinking. Hopefully I predicted the future. 2 balls, 1 strike, the count. And that gets knocked into right field. And now runners at first and second base with just 1 out. Would love to see a double play here with multiple opportunities to get outs at the bags. So Riley Fraunfelter over at second. Gianna Tarducci, base runner at first. Kreselak, the batter. And the first pitch in there for strike 1. 1-run ball game. And there's strike 2. All right, let's see if Grace can help out our cause. Get us a 3-pitch strikeout. And there it is.
Nice job, Grace.
Nice way to dial that in by Grace Van Dyke.
Now batting number 10, Isla Trueblood.
And now the number 9 batter, Isla Trueblood. No better chance here. The bottom of the order. And there's strike number 1. Try to close it out here. Your Wolverines in this 1-run ball game. And there's a bunt attempted. And now the count 0-2. All right. See if Grace can deliver another 3-pitch strikeout like she did on the previous batter. And let's wrap this game up. Another nail biter. And that one is going to get hit. It drops in front of center field. Here comes the tying run to the plate. And it gets past. Here comes the go-ahead run, holding at third. And we're all tied up. We're all tied up in a game that was all Wolverines going into the 6th inning. Oxbridge Academy has come back with just 1 out left to bring the tying run across, and a go-ahead run 60 feet away at third, and another runner in scoring position at second base.
Now batting number 9, Ella Bianco.
Ella Bianco now coming up to bat in this tie ball game. And first pitch, high for 1-0. We've seen now in the last couple innings, it looks like they're starting to get a read on the pitcher. And there's one that's popped up. Center fielder catches, out number 3 made, but not before the tying run able to be brought across by Oxbridge. So now an opportunity for your Wolverines to walk it off. Just need to get 1 run across. We move to the bottom of the 7th. The score 4-4. Being a Wolverines softball fan is not for the faint of heart. In what are always nail biters this season, we enter the bottom of the 7th in a 4-4 tie ball game. And the first pitch delivered, hit high into the air, lands in foul territory out in left field.
Hey, stay on top. Line drive, babe. Stay on top. Take a breath.
So Torrey Payne here, the batter. No balls, 1 strike. That one's going to miss for 1-1. Continuing to work the circle, Abby Vital. 104 pitches. And that's going to miss outside. No, called for a strike. Okay. Grabs the outside part of the zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And comes inside but misses for 2-2.
Hey, deep breath.
All right, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Leadoff batter in the bottom of the 7th, Torrey. And that one's going to get popped up out of play.
Hits first, hits first.
Count 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Hey, way to foul it off. Here we go.
And nice job fouling that away.
Good job.
We've seen that outside pitch called for a strike before. Stay here, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And there's a swinging strike 3. Out number 1 made there. All right.
Senior number 12, Kaylee Riles.
So Kaylee Riles going to come in here. We've seen her blast the ball. Would love to see something go over the fence. She can barrel it up. And the first pitch
Be patient, stay on top.
misses for 1-0. There's the outside. Could go either way.
Oh!
2 balls, no strikes. 2 balls, no
God,
strikes.
just went ahead. It's gotta be you.
Kaylee ahead in the count. And just gets under that one, comes to the backstop for 2 balls, 1 strike. High outside. Now batter's count of 3-1.
You gotta love it. Way ahead.
All right, could use Kaylee on the base paths. She's quick. And that's going to put her on. It's that one way outside. So there's your winning run now with 1 out, reaching first base.
Now batting for junior number 99, Catalina Varsity.
Brings Catalina up to the plate. 0 for 1 today.
Be on top, 99. Be patient.
And first pitch fouled out of play. No balls, 1 strike. And that one outside. There's the throw. Successful steal.
Sorry. Hey, nice running. Beep, beep.
Puts Kaylee over at second base. All right, so the winning run now in scoring position with 1 out. The count here, though, 0-2 on Catalina. And she fouls that one out of play. So a solid shot to the outfield. And Kaylee's speed could win this for us.
Now, let's not get carried away.
I like to put it out there in the universe. That pitch misses outside. Very much a Oxbridge crowd not liking that call, but looking at it from home plate, and even the coach comes out. We are right behind home plate. That was well outside, not even a close call. We've seen some borderline calls, but that was accurate as could be. Not playing home fan here, just calling it just as we see. And the count now, 1 ball and 2 strikes for Catalina. And that one going to get popped and caught by the shortstop and out number 2.
Now batting the junior number 33, Angelina Varsity.
So earlier in the game, we saw Angelina manage to find the gap between right and center field on a solid shot that they had to chase down.
All we need is a line drive.
Let's see if we can get a line drive into the outfield. And that is not going to do it. Another pop fly. We've seen pop fly after pop fly after pop fly. And now we move into extra innings. So bonus softball. We move to the top of the 8th in this 4-4 ball game. All right, we have a change in the circle for the Wolverines. As Yanira Andrade now comes in as we go into extra innings. The officiating crew trying to figure some stuff out here. So we will hold for them to get into position. Coaches come together. And just outside the screen, just see the Oxbridge coach there, bottom right. Oh, so apparently we're doing a Texas tiebreaker. So a runner is going to be placed onto second base.
Now batting number 2, Kaya Bluxton.
So it looks like a Texas tiebreaker, not a Kansas City tiebreaker. The difference, Kansas City, you have 1 out. Texas, no outs. And the runner at 2. So she shows. Pulls back for ball 1. batter Glucksman. 1 for 3 today. And she pulls back for ball 2. And there's the bunt, as we expected. Runner goes into scoring position. Now the go-ahead run 60 feet away with just 1 out. So it's exactly what you want to do in a Texas tiebreaker. Do the sacrifice bunt, move your runner over.
Now batting number 18, Taylor Prisky.
And don't be surprised if we see another bunt right here. Prisky, 3 plate appearances, 3 strikeouts. And there's a swinging strike 1. And coaches are coming out from the Wolverines dugout. Coach Jackie heads to the circle. Coach Bob over to home plate. So this game was going all Wolverines most of the game, and then all of a sudden, the 6th inning, things changed to give us another nail biter here in a 4-4 game. All right, Prisky steps in, down the count 0-1. And that pitch misses well outside for 1 ball, 1 strike. Angelina behind the plate. Kaylee Riles over there at first. Aaron Lowe at second. Maddie Touche at short. Fiona Gannon at third. And that one gets hit deep into left field. That's trouble. That lands. And with a stand-up double, Oxbridge has now taken the lead on your Wolverines by a score of 5-4 with just 1 out and now another runner in scoring position. So Prisky, after going multiple strikeouts, hits a clutch hit into left field. And brings your pitcher of record, Abby Vital, up to bat for Oxbridge Academy. First delivery from Yanira, way outside for a 1-0. And the 1-0 gets batted foul. All right, count now 2 balls, 1 strike. And there's another hit. And now runners at the corner with 1 out. And the Oxbridge crowd going crazy in the stands brings Riley Fraunfelter up to bat. First pitch of the at-bat delivered there by Yanira for strike one. And that one swung on, hit foul. The count moves to 0-2. O2 goes wide for 2-2.
Hey, good spot, Naira.
Tried to get Fraunfelter to chase, but she held back. Count now 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. This is low. And we're at 2-2. And the 2-2 just to the left of third base. And we stay here at 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the 2-2 is going to get knocked foul once again for 2-2. Tried to give her a little off speed. She's able to bat that one out and into foul territory. All right. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And once again, same spot. And the 2-2 batted straight back. Here comes the 2-2 delivery once again. And there's strike 3.
Number 7.
So 2 outs now with your Wolverines down by a run as the sacrifice bunt was able to move the runner placed at second in this Texas tiebreaker over to third. And then a shot by Frisky into left field allowed that go-ahead run to come across. Riley Lyons now the batter. Watches the first pitch to her miss for 1-0. Yanira Andrade in for relief. 20 pitches in. Yes, she goes. And the count 1-1. And now it seems like a battle of the stands as we're hearing the fans from both sides go crazy. A lot of tension here at the ball game. And that one gets batted foul. And now the count 1-2. And the 1-2 gets hit over to center field. And the third out caught there by Gabby D'Arcangelo. All right, your Wolverines have some work to do. They need to bring one run across at least to tie it. They'll start with that base runner at second base in a Texas tiebreaker. Get a second run across, clinch this game, and move on to play again on Friday. We'll be up in Jupiter playing a 7-inning game up there before going into spring break. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Dave, your voice of the Wellington Wolverines. Okay, bottom of the 8th inning. Wolverines need to get that runner, who's going to be Angelina Barance, who's over at second, across to tie it. Aaron Lowe, our batter, shows bunt and misses for strike one. And the next one gets bunted foul. So now the bunt's off the plate. So Aaron can win this game for us swinging away.
Line drive brings her in. You got this.
And there's another pop fly. We've seen pop flies, and that's right to the shortstop. It's pop fly after pop fly, unfortunately, which is really doing the Wolverines in. Abby, after a rough start in the circle, really delivering for Oxbridge. Okay, so still, hey, 2 outs to work with. And first pitch misses high inside for ball one. On the batter, Yanira Andrade, your pitcher that came in for the last inning. Okay, 2 balls, no strikes, the count. And timeout called by Coach Bob to talk to Yanira real quick. Make sure that everyone's on the same page. Important to get Angelina around from second base with only 2 outs to work with. Down by 1 run. And a nice hit, but foul to the left of third base. And the count now 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out.
92 degrees early, real quick. 65.
All right, Yanira steps back in. The 2-1 delivery. And that one gets popped up deep into left field. And the throw in almost gets away, but first baseman there to back it up. And now your Wolverines down to their last outs.
The junior, number 11, Gabby D'Arcangelo.
All right, Wolverines have been struggling here. They can't even manage to get that base runner off of second. So bunt is not really an option now with 2 outs. So all the pressure on here. Number 11, Gabby D'Arcangelo. that first pitch misses outside, and the catcher arguing with the umpire. Surprised to see that. That does not help out your cause, but it does help out the Wolverines. A lot of chatter from the stands. And there's one. It's going to be a pop fly to left field and caught. And there we go. The pop flies unfortunately do win the Wolverines. A game that was all Wolverines took a turn. And they take a loss to Oxbridge, the second loss of the season. As the final score is the Oxbridge Thunderwolves 5, the Wellington Wolverines 4. We want to thank you very much for joining us. We invite you to join us again on Friday when we play from Jupiter, a team called Ugale. I believe they're coming down from up north, up in the Space Coast area. And we're going to be meeting about halfway in Jupiter. And hopefully the better results. Well, a tough game there for the Wolverines. We want to thank you very much for tuning in. Have a great night, everybody.